Hey everyone! Today did not go as well as I had hoped. I went down and I jogged at the park, and that was nice. Let's see. Well, what order did I do things? After I got back from my jog, I called the SF5 place and changed the school that I'm going to because I didn't want to go to the one that I signed up for yesterday. So I had that changed, and they're going to send me the information in the mail, so that went okay. And then I decided that it would be best to go. I need to get a doctor, basically like a general practitioner, and I need to be on the list so that they know that I'm around and seeking health care, basically. It's kind of complicated, and so I decided to do that in person rather than to do it by phone because honestly I think it was because I was pretty intimidated by talking on the phone about something so important because English wouldn't be their native tongue. So, or Swedish wouldn't be mine. But, whatever. I'm American, so obviously everyone should speak English. Anyway, so since the bank closed earlier than the doctor, we went to the bank first, and they wouldn't let me open up a bank account without an ID card, a Swedish ID card. I know for a fact that many banks will, and they're the same banks, so it seems to be kind of at the whim of whoever you end up speaking with. So I'm going to try a couple of others. I really don't want to buy the ID card because it costs a lot. I know that I'm probably going to need it, but at this point, I don't really have the extra funds for, anything, because I'm living off my savings, my security net right now. So I didn't want to have to buy the ID card, but I might end up having to. Even if I do, though, it'll take a while to get to me in the mail and things, and I need a bank account before then. So I'll try a couple more. And hopefully I'll find one that's a little more reasonable. The chick was very fake smile, get out of my bank underneath, and I was very, I don't know if she just doesn't like Americans, or she was having a bad day, or it was just me, I don't know, but she was very grumpy and I did not like her. So, that was the chick at the Swede Bank. There are basically four major banks here that end up taking, I think it was like 75% of the banking business for private accounts. So then we went to a place that's solely dedicated to chocolate balls because I wanted one, because they are just so good. And this place had a whole bunch of varieties of it, and this one, it was basically a chocolate ball that didn't have chocolate in it. It was a Havre ball. Havre is oatmeal. So it was an oatmeal ball, butter, sugar, oatmeal. Very yummy. Still like it better with the chocolate, though. So I think I'll stick with the chocolate ball next time, though sometimes they're too coffee-ish. I gotta figure out a way for my mom to get a hold of one because I know she'd love them so much. We make peanut butter chocolate no bakes back home that are very similar in consistency and taste, and I think she'd really like it. Plus, she likes fudge, and it's also kind of fudgy too. But the chick there didn't know anything, and it was really frustrating because we had just come from the bank, and I was just like, what gives the oatmeal ball its brown coloring? And she didn't know, so she went and asked, in the back if it had, chocolate in it. No, it doesn't have chocolate in it. It's like, okay. And then Eric got a white chocolate ball, and I reminded him he should check to see if it had nuts because he doesn't react well with a lot of nuts, and she had to go look that up too, and she seemed very short about having to check it out, and it's like they didn't have all that many products there. They had the typical coffee, tea, fika type stuff, or smorgasbord, the sandwich type stuff, but she should have known. She didn't have so much stuff that she couldn't have kept track of. Oh, gee, does that have nuts in it? And considering they had some like lactose-free chocolate balls and gluten-free chocolate balls, you'd think nut-free would be something people would ask for. Anyway, so that put me in a bad mood too. And then we went over to the hospital, and the hospital doesn't have a doctor for what I particularly need, and so she recommended me to go to a specialist, but also because for one, I don't have the ID, and because I'm not registered on this kind of general health network thing, I'll have to wait, she said, about a month for an appointment so that I can kind of get integrated, because I'm a noob. And so it was just really frustrating. But there are walk-in clinics and stuff if you have an actual, like, urgent need sort of thing. I really want to get started on my, on fixing my thyroid issues. So, I want to get started with that, so I'll be looking into getting that done as soon as possible. So, the way my thyroid is it kind of goes up and down between hyper and hypo, and some months I'm gaining obscene amounts of weight and sleeping a lot, and other months I'm kind of a little strung out and get night sweats. It's just kind of all over the place. It's very unpleasant, and over the long term it can do organ damage. So it's been one of the things I've been really looking forward to about being here in Sweden, is being able to get that taken care of with the free healthcare. So anyway, so that was a bummer. And then we got back home, and I was so cranky from everything not quite working out that I decided to go ahead and skip the meditation class tonight, and just kind of do it low key. I think we'll probably Eric's finally, I think, almost finished with his character for Shadowrun, so maybe we'll play a little of that. It's supposed to be beautiful the next 2 days here. They're estimating we're going to be in the mid-20s, so yay. For you guys, I think that'd be about 80. I should probably look that up. But it's going to be warmer, so that is a good thing. 77. So it should be mid 70s. Not too warm, but sunshiny and warm-ish. Just pleasant is how it should be the next 2 days. So we'll probably be going to Skåne to check out the zoo and things. They've got a few things. They've got like rides and a zoo, and check out how ye olden people lived and recreate that. Like, they had now I feel like churning butter type stuff, stuff for kids, but I'm easily amused, so maybe we'll do some of that stuff. Yeah, so today was kind of a bummer, but still not a bad day. I just had stuff I needed to get done. Still need to get my hands on that bank account. Tonight I'm going to be talking with the Sallie Mae people to discuss changing my student loan plans to income-based repayment. I already have that for my federal loans, but now I need to get it for my Department of Education loans. They separate them into 2 categories just to make everything really good and confusing. So I'll be calling tonight while they're open, because they're not open. They weren't open earlier. Let's see. It's 9 o'clock there, so I can call now. So I will probably be doing that after I finish this vlog. But I wanted to be more productive, and I hope I get to be productive soon. So, alright. I can't think of anything else to mention. So, we went inside of a very pretty church over on St. Eriksgatan. I took a lot of pictures, so I'll probably be sticking those on to today's. So, yeah. Bye, everyone.